came up with this big plan a long time ago. I was going to become a successful YouTuber, or I was going to do something in the music industry or on social media. And I knew that was my way out. And I would pray all the time, God, please give me a way out. Like, just give me a way out of the normal and push me to success. And I held on to that plan with everything I had in me. And the plan didn't work. It completely went south. I worked at a gas station. I worked as a house cleaner. I worked at a warehouse. I've done a lot of interesting things, man. And I kept on praying, God, give me a way out. Like, I can't tell you guys the amount of times that I've prayed and prayed and prayed and prayed and worked my butt off for a way out. But I always had a plan. It was my plan, and I wanted my plan to work so badly, bro. And I held so tight to this plan, and I lost it. Every single time I would pray, God, please give me a way out. And then I would start doing my plan, and it would fall apart every single time. And it tested everything, man. If you were to tell me I would be the owner of a tin shop right now, I would never believe you, ever. I would say you're making jokes. When I tell you it has the, I was so mad. Like, I was so mad. Everything I did that I was good at, even if I was very good at, did not work, and I could not figure out why. Like, I was I was so angry and so mad that my plan did not work, and I never allowed God to be a part of them. If you tell God to give you a way out, know that your plan is going to fail. When you make your plans and you set them in stone and don't allow God to have control over your plans, whatever it is that you have planned is not going to work. Like, I can't tell you the amount of times that if you make a plan, you're God, there's no room for faith. If you keep on changing the plan, and if you keep on saying, this is what I'm going to do next, this is who I'm going to, this is what I'm going to be, you can create the plans for a home. You can lay the foundation for a home, and you can say that that foundation is set on God. And if you try to build that home yourself instead of giving the plans to the architect, the home's going to fail. And if the architect tells you that actually some things in this house need to change, I know it's not exactly what you wanted it to be, but in the long term, this home will last and this home will stay. And if you don't have faith to trust the architect and trust the builder to build the home that way, even though it's not your plan, it's still the home you've always wanted, but it's not exactly what you like saw it as, that home is going to fall eventually if you try to build it on your own. And I can't tell you how many times where I've struggled with my plan. I've struggled with, this is what I'm wanting to do. This is what I have planned. And it falls apart every single time, dude. And if you cannot allow the builder and the architect to make changes, you can allow the Father and the Son in your life to take over and change your plan, it becomes a God. Your plan becomes a God. And you may not realize you're worshiping that plan, but if you say, I'm going to do this, 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 and this is how it has to go, it will destroy your life. Long term, it'll destroy your life. Because there's no room for God in between your plan, because you keep on changing the route yourself instead of trusting what the plan may become. And I remember just sitting there saying, God, please, please, please let this work. Please let this work, God. I need this to work, God. Like, let my plans, let my plans work. I know this will work. My plans, not God's plans. And it never worked. It's the moment that you let go and you allow God to move in your life is when the true plan comes to fruition. I was so angry and so mad that my plan did not work, and I never allowed God to be a part of them. I never allowed God to step in. I never allowed faith to be a thing because I was so obsessed with making the plan work. Because every time it would fail, I get scared or stressed, and I had to figure a way out. Instead of allowing God to step in and create my way out or change my plan to help me out, I I changed the plan. There's no room for faith. There's no room for God, and I made the plan my God. So now I just exist. Now I have my plan. I hope my plan works. And if it doesn't, okay. Then that allows the teacher to come in and show me how to make the plan actually bear fruit, actually become a successful plan. Because who knows? Who knows? Maybe in another world, this YouTube thing worked out and I became a millionaire and it just destroyed my life. Or maybe I got involved with the wrong crowd and my life was taken. Who knows? You know what I mean? Like I can only hope and pray that somewhere along the lines, maybe I'll get something that I've been a goal I've been chasing for a long time. But if I don't, maybe there's a bigger goal, a better one that is actually much healthier and much more safe for me. And it'll still bring me to my end goal eventually, if God wills it. But it'll be in His way and it'll be protected. But I can't tell you the amount of times I have been so frustrated because the plan just never worked. And it was never going to work because I had made it to God. Give the plans to God, let the architect and the builder take over, and your home that you have dreamed of having will be built. It just might have some things to support it that you weren't expecting. And they had to go there, and you had to have faith. And in the end, the home became beautiful. But the doors, the frame, the foundation was all trusted and handed over to the builder. I don't know what else to say. I felt like that's been on my heart for a minute. I just had to talk about it. Yeah, see you.